What's up, guys? Um, Back with another video. It's been quite a while. Last year I had this ambition to have a whole build series on this. No talking, just straight projects. Did a lot of content, but since I stopped making those videos, I really haven't had a lot of progress. So last summer I pretty much took a break from the car. Really was working on myself, self-reflecting. Had a lot of things happening on my personal life, and just had no drive to make YouTube videos. I have a lot of people that message me telling me to make more videos. I wish I had that same, motivation like I did when I was younger, when I started the channel. I still get comments here and there about why I did this, why I do that. That's young me. I don't really, some stuff I just make content, you know what I mean? So now it's just I'm taking on a lot of projects. This is going to be the biggest project I've ever worked on. On top of that, I still got the S2000. And I had other project cars that are in the backyard that I'm not really working on, nor am I documenting anymore on the channel. But I think the big shift in switching from, like I said in the past, the Lexus ISF was the main content creator, and a lot of the fan base kind of fell off a little bit when I got the S2000, and then it went worse when I got the Skyline, because I sold the ISF, I bought the R34, did a couple videos on that, but that was like pre-COVID, and things got a little bit, financially not right. So I had to sell that car during the COVID, and kind of chilled a little bit. I ended up picking up this car after a year to work on, and really wanted to test my skills and learn how to do body work, weld, just restoration in general. But I realized how expensive it can really get, especially when you're sourcing out parts. It was going to be a restoration, but honestly, the price of anything OEM for this car, it's so taxed that it's not worth it. So now I think I'm just going to try to get it back together and maybe have one or two seats in there, no back seats, nothing crazy in the engine bay. I don't really care for a original ITR. I just want it to look clean and drivable. And I guess kind of like a track car, or just doesn't have to be crazy. And as you can see here, I kind of have it on the ground now. The car has been in the air for over a year, and I finally was able to finish all the wheel wells, all the trailing arms and stuff like that, and put it all back together, and finally get it down on these dollies. I recently got these dollies, and they haven't pushed it yet, but I have it here for a reason, because my driveway is kind of slanted, and I wanted to rotate the car around so I can work on the engine bay prep work, the welding, the sanding, the paint, all that stuff. I want the car to be facing that way, so all of the dust and debris can go that way, instead of facing my toolbox and my house. So that's kind of where I am now. Hopefully this is going to motivate me a little bit. It's kind of turned off a little bit on the project because it's costing me more money on tools to restore it. Some people do build these cars in the shop. A lot of channels out there have a shop with all the tools and whatever, friends to help them out. I'm just doing this all by myself in my own house. So it's it takes time. I also don't have unlimited money like everybody else. I'm not a big YouTuber, not a big content creator. I do enjoy my time on Instagram a lot more, making reels and stuff like that. So if you follow me on that, you see where I have been for the past 6 months to a year. But slowly getting back on making videos. But this time we're going to talk, because I know you guys want to have my input on what's going on. So that's going on right now. That's what's going on. We're going to try to rotate the car around some point in the next couple of weeks. But let's go ahead and talk about the S2000, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are interested in what's going on with that. I'm probably in frame, maybe not in frame, I don't really know. But anyway, here's the S2000. As you can see, it looks a lot different than it did before. But if you've been watching my previous 3 or 4 videos, we're building it slowly. Or rather just buying parts and putting it on. I wouldn't even call it a build, because people get kind of anal about that these days. Living in a weird generation of people. Got some C28s. These are evasive spec, 17 by 10. My dream wheels. Tires came with them. I'm probably going to switch them out eventually, because I don't think these are really ideal. I heard they aren't that good for street wear or performance. So these Kumos are going to go. But I had to get pretty much spacers for these wheels to clear my stop text. Now if I had spoon brakes or some OEM shit, then it would have been fine, and I wouldn't have to buy these big fenders. But because I wanted to run the BBK, and I think that's kind of the best part of my car, which I enjoy most, I wanted to make it fit. So I did a full wheel bearing, hub, extended studs, and I threw a spacer on there and it cleared just right. And with the fenders, oh man, it's perfect. It's perfect. I mean, I could go a little bit lower, but like I said, I don't want to damage this stuff. Not yet, at least. It's pretty much still in its raw form, raw fiberglass, raw fiberglass. Same with the Amuse hood. Bumper's the only thing painted because I had that first. Took me about 6 months or so to get this. It took me a little bit while to get that as well. I got this from Renegade. This is from Evasive. This is from Evasive, and I picked this up from a S2K owner that wasn't using it. So I got the full Amuse Legalo front end, which I love. Off camera, I don't know if you can see it, but there's spoon mirrors that I shot video for and never edited and uploaded it. But I got the spoon mirrors for it 'cause I thought it would flow very well with the body lines. It's a little bit much. People are saying, "Oh, why are you doing the whole front end and not cutting the quarters?" And I think honestly, it's perfect. If you actually measure from the edge of the tire on the front and the back wheels, they're perfectly the same. This car is perfectly square. Now, is that ideal for a track car on a rear-wheel drive car like this? Maybe not. Square setups don't always work for certain cars, but I don't think I'm going to track the car anytime soon. And if I do, I'm going to get some new wheels. I sold the Advans, which were my track wheels actually, but I eventually get some new stuff. But anyway, this is just right now just like a stance phase, like a setup phase. Slowly collecting parts for it. If you're an S2000 owner and you want everything authentic, shit is expensive as hell. It's probably equally expensive as restoring an ITR, and amongst other cars like luxury performance cars out there, which is insane. But with the way economy and society and things are right now with inflation, it's gonna get worse. So if people want me to finish these cars in like a month or a year, it's impossible because unless I'm just getting passive revenue coming in from YouTube or merchandise and stuff that I'm not really doing anymore. I wasn't even getting paid that much anyway, to be honest with you. It's hard to build it. I stopped watching a lot of YouTubers too because it's hard to be comparing your channel with their channel, and then it gets demotivating and you get a little bit bummed out. But I realized it comes with it. I'm just maybe not that personality that everyone likes to see and watch, but I'm just gonna do it for me. Like in the day, like YouTube's always gonna be about me. Like if I get old, I want to watch my stuff again. If it's helping somebody, that's pretty much 100% of what the channel is for, to help somebody. Because when I started the channel, no one made videos on Lexus ISF content, and I was doing that, and it really grew my channel pretty quickly. It took about 5 years to get to where I am, and it kind of slowed down a little bit. But ever since I sold that car, I see a lot more people are buying those cars and making more content, and those are just booming. So if I would have stayed more consistent, I think this channel could have been great. These project cars could have been pushed out, but I'm not in a rush. It's a race with myself, not with anybody else, and I'm happy where I'm at. I'm still happy to be able to own this car and do it slowly than to sell it for some other reason, like I did with the Skyline. That was just a bad time in my life, and I love that car, but I'm glad I kept the S2000. It just drives way nicer. It's a go-kart. But this is where the S2000 sits. I'm slowly working on it, so there's no real rush. So it just rained, and it's sunny, and it's thundering, and it's humid, and it's hot. But I want to introduce you guys to my 2017 M4. I got rid of the 4Runner and bought this car instead. It's really fun. Just kind of sad I had to introduce it to the channel this way. But it's a beautiful machine. I got my mic all tied up everywhere, but I'm going to show you guys how the ITR looks. Slowly getting it set up. It's not perfect. If you watched my last video, I repainted all of this, make it look clean, repainted this piece. I just threw this back on, but there's so many dents and imperfections on this car. Like, that's why I don't really care to restore it. Make it OEM Plus or a track car. It's just I'm not gonna put the budget of $5 to $8 grand to redo the whole bodywork and paint, because that's what's gonna cost. My buddy sold it to me. He took good care of it, but anyone that owned it before him abused the crap out of this ITR. Luckily, it is a clean title ITR. It just needs that touch, that love, you know what I mean? Like, real passion is gonna finish this car. Not money, not time, definitely not clout. But it's a beautiful thing to own this. I'm just glad I'm able to have the opportunity to have it and slowly work on it. Just being motivated. It's tough, man. It's tough, man. Economy sucks right now. Inflation sucks. But we're going to do what we do. Take our time. Build it slowly. Make more content, because I know that's what you guys love. and I'm gonna start commentating more because fuck it, it's my channel. Trying to be someone I'm not, trying to make things professional. Fuck it, this is what it is. Yeah, man, glad to be back. So subscribe, like, comment. You know, I just have to say it because that's what I've been saying for years. If you watch me from the beginning, but love to see it, love to be here. Hope to make more content for sure, even if it's a little stupid project, just to talk. Man, it's hot as hell. I gotta go. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.